Hey guys, it's Mason with First and Finishing. Today we're going to be unboxing and setting up our new Electron Plus 3 Pro M or multicolor. So let's get started. First things first, let's open up the box and get everything out. So here we go. We have our stand, we have this bigger box, this smaller box, we have our swing arm, and our pickup tube. First things first, we're going to put our swing arm over the center pin right there. Then we're going to take our pickup tube, pull off this sleeve, and put it in the swing arm. Now we're going to open up the smaller box. This box should contain your head bracket and this small parts bag. In the parts bag there's going to be these small screws here, and that's what holds the controller head to the stand. These bolts take a 4mm Allen wrench. The gun hooks that go on either side, the nut and the washer go on the inside, and the hook goes on the outside. You can tighten these down with a 7mm wrench or any adjustable wrench. You want to make sure they're snug but not too tight because you can strip out the threads. There we go, we have both gun hooks installed. Now let's go ahead and put on our rear handle. For this handle you may have to remove a protective film. Now you're going to push these black caps over the handle just like this. Now this will bolt straight to the back of there. It uses two 6mm Allen bolts. Go ahead and plug in your fluidization line coming from the middle of the stand here into your pickup tube. Now let's go ahead and open this box. So here we have our controller, our gun, our pump box. We have our hoses bag that has our powder hose, our rinsing line, our red and black. We have our manual, we have our folder, and we have our spare parts box. Let's first go ahead and get the controller out. The controller is going to look like this and slide in right here. In the foam packaging there's going to be two screws here. Go ahead and use these screws to hold the controller in. These are also 4mm bolts. Now let's go ahead and open up this small box. This box will have your pump and the pump directions in it. The pump is going to sit right inside of the pickup tube like this. And your directions just keep handy, that way you know how to take the pump apart. Now let's open up the gun box. This is what the gun looks like. Go ahead and hang it on the gun hooks. In the gun box it comes with the gun, but also this round jet / diffuser nozzle and tip. So this comes with all your different cones to change the diffusion level. So if you want to use this over the flat spray, you can. Now let's open up the tubing and hoses bag. The red and black 8mm tubing you can set to the side. The smaller 6mm tubing is your rinsing line, and that's going to go from the gun to the back of the control unit. It will plug into the gun right here. Just like that. Now go ahead and get your powder hose, and this is going to go from the bottom of the gun to the pump. On the gun side you're going to push the powder hose over this barb fitting here, and this will just push into the gun. Just like this. You pull the silver piece back, push it in, and close it. Now the other end will push onto the pump just like this. Now let's open up the spare parts bag. Here's your power cable and ground strap. Go and set this on the side of the unit here. Now there's this bag. You're going to need this QD and this QD. These two QDs are for the red and black tubing. So how these QDs work is the spring guard separates just like this, twists off, and then you're going to push the tubing through the spring guard over this barb, and then you're going to tighten it back down. So it'll look something like this. Now you may need a couple wrenches to go ahead and tighten it all the way down. There you go, it should look something like this. Now go ahead and do that for the black one. Now that you have both QDs on, you're going to go ahead and push the red over the red here, and the black over the black. There's going to be two wire ties in the parts bag. Go ahead and put these on here to make sure they stay together. These come a little long, so feel free to cut them to a desired length. The spring in the spare parts bag will push over your powder hose on the pump side and push it back onto the pump. This will prevent the powder hose from kinking. So we got everything plugged in and ready to go, so let's go over all the connections. So we have our power in plugged into our wall with a 120 volt source. We have our ground strap plugged into the ground on our booth. We have the gun cable coming from the bottom of the gun here. Our auxiliary plug is coming from right in here. The main air is coming off the splitter from the back of our filter. This black line here is the rinsing line going to the front of the gun there. The black and red from the control unit go to the pump right there. Our main air connections here. Our filter is set between 80 to 100 psi. Closer to 80 psi is more for our custom coaters, and then closer to the 100 psi is more for our high volume industrial coaters. Our fluidization line comes from right here, goes through the middle of the stand, and plugs into our pickup tube right here. So that's pretty much everything for the system. Now there's a couple more things that we have left to go through. For starters, our spare parts bag. We have a lot of Velcro, which helps keep tubing and hoses all together. You have 2 extra filter elements. They sit right inside your pump, right here. We have the Electron multi-spray adapter, so it can be fully open like this, slightly closed off, or even more closed off towards a fine point cloud. We have an extra insert for the pump, and some extra fuses for the control unit. This customer got the 1-pound hopper, so let's go ahead and open it. And this hopper can sit inside of our hopper stand, just like that, and then sit on top of the control unit. We have some sheathing that's going to go over your gun cable, powder hose, and rinsing line, keeping them all together. We have the eCoat Plus 3 Pro manual, and then we also have this folder. This drive includes a digital copy of your manual, plus a lot of other information as far as Electron, warranty, and videos. Here we have a couple QR codes. The top QR code is for a survey. If you fill that out, you can get a free gift, and the bottom QR code is for our website. And here's physical instructions on how to put the system together. Here is First and Finishing's warranty policy. And then lastly, here's our pump cleaning and gun cleaning guide. So that's it as far as the unbox and setup of the Electron Plus 3 Pro M. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to contact me or check out our website at firstandfinishing.net. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.